I have heard, read, and watched so many different testimonials of people raving about how great the Artist's Way book is, how it quite literally changed their entire lives and the way that they approach their creativity. I've heard everything from it fixing someone's art block to changing people's careers entirely. So naturally, I was like, yes, I want that. Please, I need it. So about a year ago, I picked up the book, tried it out, and I absolutely failed. The Artist's Way is a book written by author Julia Cameron, and it is created for artists and creatives alike to rediscover their creativity through a series of eye-opening, healing, and almost spiritual, well, quite literally spiritual practices. You don't have to be a spiritual person to pick up the book. It's quite literally for anyone and everyone who wants a slice. And I wanted a slice. It's basically a 12-week course where you go in at the beginning of each week and read what is supposed to be happening this week, and then it gives you a bunch of exercises and different things to do, and you follow those exercises, and then boom, your creativity is healed. So this is where it gets interesting. I got all the way to week 11 and then I stopped, just cold turkey, put it down. But even before then, I was slipping heavily, like weeks before then. I think I stayed solidly on track for the first 4 to 5 weeks, and that's when I was super pumped and amped about it. And then I just slowly started feeling like this wasn't actually working. I keep forgetting to eat. Let me take a bite. Now, do I feel like the book failed me, or do I feel like I failed the book? That's what I'm going to be exploring in this video. So I guess keep watching. Yeah. This is a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. First off, I want to talk about exactly why I started in the first place. What was the driving force behind me picking up the book and going for it? Okay, so let's rewind to a year ago when I first started my channel. The first video I ever filmed and posted was my studio setup, the studio that I'm currently sat in. It was a vlog style video of the process of everything being put together. Basically a studio vlog. That's what it was. That is the type of video that I initially started my channel with the hopes of it being, but it just turned into something completely different, and that is something I will hit on in a little bit. After that first video was finally finished being edited and I posted it, I didn't know what to do next. I had spent so much time preparing the studio and like just recording and editing that video that I didn't even consider what I was going to film and post next. So I started a Create This Book 3 series. If you don't know what Create This Book 3 is, it's an art prompt book by Mariah Elizabeth, who is also a YouTuber. My Create This Book 3 playlist will be in the description below, blah, blah, blah. That's not the point. Long story short, most of my content after that first video was Create This Book 3 series, and then it started leaking onto other things that were kind of similar to the Create This Book 3 type of video, and I got burnt out on doing that. So I disappeared for 6 months, and behind the scenes, I tried The Artist's Way. I'd heard so many people talk such great things about this book. So when I found myself in a place where I was burnt out from making videos, I was burnt out from doing the type of content that I was doing, I was burnt out from drawing in general, I was stressed out, I felt like my creativity was out of the window. I thought to myself, I keep hearing people talk about this Artist's Way book, so I'm going to do it. So I logged off of my YouTube channel and I was ready to reconnect with my artistic creative side, so I started the process. My coffee has gotten cold. That's fine, still good. Today is Friday, so I'm officially almost at the end of the week. Now I'm going to start working with my affirmations. So the way that I've been going over my affirmations is I have them written all out on a piece of paper here. I just kind of read them out loud to myself. I like putting on the headphones for noise cancellation. It just sounds good in my head when I have the headphones on. So yeah, let me go ahead and start my affirmations. My worth does not come from outsiders. My worth comes from within. I am worthy of positivity and love. I am uniquely me, and I navigate life in a way that is unique to me, not in the way outsiders choose. My body is merely a reflection of my journey so far, not something to be ashamed of. My body is I am capable of positive change. I am uniquely me. I am beautiful to those, and I navigate life in a way that is unique to me. My worth is not in the way outsiders choose. I am in the driver's seat of my own life. I make note of my uncomfortability, stress, and anger. Then I proceed in a positive direction. Aw, so insightful and vulnerable and sweet. But anyways, right about now you might be thinking to yourself, well, this seems like a pretty good process. It seems like it went pretty well to me. And to that, my friend, I will say you are correct. There were indeed very good parts of this process, and I'm not going to just scoot those under the rug. In fact, I'm about to talk about them right now if I would just shut up and let Video Rizzy take over. Okay, let's talk about the highs, the things that actually worked. This is all of the paperwork. These are all of like the notes and everything that I took from the process. I have them categorized by the week. They're all pinned together. First thing that worked, I was organized, as you can see. It also, for the first time in my life, taught me to be very introspective and think about how I think. Most of the time up to that point, I hadn't ever thought of what was going on in my mind, thought like, why are you thinking that? But the book actually did help me do a lot of that. I was being so introspective that when formulating my affirmations, I actually think I cried a couple of times because like I had realized just how harsh I was being to myself, and like I was picking up thought patterns, and that was something I'd never done before. So that was very, very good. That's why I say the beginning weeks of the process were very helpful. I just felt good overall. I wasn't posting to YouTube, so I did feel bad about that, but I was still progressing in some section of my life that I hadn't been progressing in pretty much forever, and I really enjoyed that. The next thing that worked is that I got out of my comfort zone. Even if it was just for a second, I got out of my comfort zone. For one of my artist dates, I took myself to a thrift store. If I saw something I wanted to buy, I would buy it, but it was mostly just to walk around. And I challenged myself to go outside of my comfort zone, bring my phone and record, because I do not like recording in public. So for that artist date, it was a step outside of your comfort zone, record, and I recorded. I am actually stepping a little bit more out of my comfort zone for this artist date, and I'm recording myself in public as I'm walking. It's very awkward and I feel really strange, and there are cars passing. I'm very happy that I actually came out and did this today because I don't usually do stuff like this. I'm ready to go. Can I ask you a question? Do you mind if I film your hands ringing up the things? I won't get your face or anything. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That felt great. And even as I was going to check out, I would usually have never done this, but I asked the woman, hey, I'm filming this for a vlog. Do you mind if I record your hands? Like, I won't get your face, but I'll get your hands. And she not only said yes, but she also was curious about like what my YouTube channel was. So I wrote my YouTube channel down for her, and that was it. It was cool. But alas, that was one of the only artist dates that I actually followed through with. I think I did maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 artist dates throughout the whole process. And that's just not what you're supposed to do. I think you're supposed to do 1 every week, and I got lazy with them. What else? While Video Rizzy may be trying to figure out what's coming next, I, voiceover Rizzy, already know. Now, this particular thing requires a little bit of explanation, but lucky for all of us, 2024 Rizzy is on, in, and around the case. Take it away, my slightly more timid friend from the past. So I'm gonna do task number 8, and that's imaginary lives. The task is to write out what you would be in 5 alternative lives, and then pick one of those lives and make it happen. I don't really know how I'm gonna make it happen. I think I might just kind of think about it, maybe put a Pinterest board together of that life and kind of visualize it on paper and like on a screen. Yeah, let's get started with that. Imaginary lives, let's go. Me again. I am not exaggerating when I tell you that I sat here for 1 hour and 32 minutes making a Pinterest board on everything that I needed to become a dancer. I may or may not talk too much, but that is a-okay because I do indeed have the power of editing on my side. So without further ado, I give you a quick compilation of the highlights of my searches. Oh, those are so cute. Oh, I love, 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 love. These are funny looking, but like in a really good way. Because I want to be able to breathe in it. Yeah, something like that. Very plain. Oh, actually, because I have the red, yellow, and blue shoes. Red, yellow, blue, B-L-U-E. Oh, that outfit is just cute in general. That's not a dance outfit at all, and I'm getting distracted, but that outfit is just cute. Oh, I know I said no on long sleeve shirts, but hear me out. I don't really like that one though. Oh, what is that? That one's so cute. No, that is nice and plain. I like that one a lot. Oh, that one's perfect. Oh, that is so cute. What was I saying? This part of the video is gonna be so boring. We have it. Oh! Okay, no, that one's not exact. Got excited a little too fast. I don't know. This is a lot more fun than I thought it was gonna be. How do you find that? I'm confused. I feel like my edges would sweat out. Jeez, I need to do my hair more. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Those are really cute. Oh, those shoes are adorable. I don't know how to spell Dr. Scholl's. I don't feel like that's right. Oh, I meant feet. Insoles, maybe. How do you spell insoles? They're called shoe inserts. Yes. 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 Those are being saved. I like those. I'll be right back. I'm filming too long.
Indeed I was, but now we can return to present day Rizzy because what she has to say will likely make a lot more sense to you.
The next thing that worked, it helped me think outside of the box. I have always told myself that the only thing that I have going for me is art. Like that's my thing. That's all I really know. And there's a part in the book that forces you to, well, not forces, but like encourages. There's a part of the book where you're supposed to imagine different lives. Like if you weren't doing what you're doing, what are the other kinds of things that you would be doing? And I came up with a list of like being a chef, being a dancer, things that I just don't really think of. I even started cooking a couple of different meals, and I even made a Pinterest board of me as a dancer. Like what kind of shoes would I wear? What kind of clothes would I wear? What kind of dance would I do? What kind of hairstyles would I wear if I were a dancer? That was very fun, imagining myself in a different life that wasn't an art life, instead of just looking at myself as only an artist all the time, every single day, all day. I got to imagine myself as a dancer and as a chef. And I will admit, it was refreshing. Next thing that worked was a forced dopamine fast. It was from week 4, I believe. It was a media blackout. So I was to not do anything with media, look at media. It was just me, my mind, and boredom, and my morning pages and writing. And that was something that helped rejuvenate my mind in a way, because like a lot of people nowadays, I am glued to my phone and a screen almost all the time. It almost gets to the point where it doesn't feel good anymore, but I'm just glued to the screen just because. Kind of addicted to it. And I know a lot of you can probably relate to that, but since the book told me I had to give it up, I gave it up. And honestly, I was fiending a little bit for it, but I made it through and I got the value out of it. And that's actually something that I have done outside of the book. I have taken a couple more dopamine fasts since the time that I initially did it because of the book. And I actually probably need to do one again real soon because the addiction is creeping back in. There was even a section of the book in week 5 where you were to express your creative block, and I chose drawing it out because like I draw. And I just did like a little simple pen sketch of me like just drooling over my phone and I can't look away. The final thing that I think really worked was just being brought to a point where I would see myself differently. Usually I attribute my negative thoughts to just me being a bad person, me being a negative person, blah, blah, blah. But using the book, I was able to separate my negativity from my core self and realize that it's just a voice. You don't have to listen to that voice. The negative voice wasn't necessarily me, and I wasn't this bad person for not wanting to draw one day or not knowing what I wanted to do in life. So that part I will say was actually kind of healing. But now we're going to talk about the bad. So as for things that did not work, there were a few. First up, we have the affirmations. And while yes, I did say there was a positive, there was also a negative side. And the negative side was just me not believing them. Every day that I said an affirmation out loud, I started to believe it less and less and feel like I was lying to myself. And after a while, it just kind of started making me cringe. When something makes you cringe, you obviously want to steer clear of doing it. So I started not doing my affirmations. I don't actually even remember what my affirmations were. paper, it felt weird. I felt weird. I was like, okay, other people can be nice to themselves, but like, I can't be nice to myself. Like this is not me. This is weird. That is not good. I realize this. And I think it was by week 8 or so that I was just not doing the affirmations at all. Like I was still doing other stuff, but like I was just like, the affirmations, that's whack. Next thing is the morning pages. Morning pages are a way for you to sit down and just kind of let your thoughts just flow on paper. And you're supposed to fill up 3 notebook pages full, and this is a non-negotiable. Morning pages are a necessity in this program. They became a chore. It's for 2 main reasons that they did. The first one being, it was 3 whole freaking pages that I needed to write every single day. I didn't want to do that. The book says you shouldn't do small, short pages. It should be regular size notebook paper. So I was writing on regular size notebook paper. I'm not sure if I was just really slow at doing this, but it would take me around 40 to 50 minutes to write all 3 pages every morning. I was feeling like I was wasting time and repeating the same things over and over and over and over again. And in the beginning, I was coming to a lot of first-time conclusions and realizations. Toward week 4, 5, I was like, I'm talking, but nothing's happening. I'm writing, but nothing is changing. So that was the first reason behind morning pages feeling like a chore. And the second reason was my hand literally hurt. When I write, and this has been since I was in school, when I write, the side of my pinky rubs up against the paper. When I write for a while, like it starts getting kind of tender and red. So on top of me feeling like these pages are pointless, my hand is also hurting and cramping. And I just stopped. I couldn't do it anymore. Last thing I feel truly didn't work was the artist dates. And that was because I just didn't take them seriously. I didn't have to go meet with someone. It was just me holding myself accountable and being there for myself. I'm a very big people pleaser, and people does not include myself. So I kind of just skipped out on it because I was like, I'm not doing this for someone else. So I can just not do it at all. I had a very good experience with the first week's artist date at the thrift store. And then for the next couple of weeks, I bought this box of different Turkish snacks that I'd never tried before. And for every week, I was going to do some sort of activity and try a new Turkish snack. So it can be like stepping out of my comfort zone, giving myself a little treat. But after the artist date was done, I would just get into my head and be like, well, that was a waste of time. Do you feel any different right now? No. And then also the box of Turkish snacks that I mentioned before. Yeah, I ended up eating all of those Turkish snacks. There was a couple of weeks where I had restraint and I just didn't snack on them all week until the artist date. They were supposed to be just a strictly artist date kind of ordeal. I think around week 6 or 7, I just like got depressed and just went and took the whole box of Turkish snacks and just sat on the couch and ate them. So then after all the Turkish snacks were gone, I felt like I failed myself and I didn't want to do it anymore. What's the point of doing my artist dates if this part fell through? So I just completely abandoned them after that. Looking back on the whole process in hindsight, it's been over 7 or 8 months now, maybe even a year. Outside of the book, one thing has stuck: the process of just being introspective. I have now adopted being introspective into kind of my personality. So I'm constantly thinking about how I think, why I think a certain thing. If I catch myself thinking a certain way, then my brain will say like, wait, why did you have that thought? Let's explore that. Let's get into it. I've actually never stopped and thought about why I stopped. So let's do that right now. It was uncomfortable. I was not used to being kind to myself. I was not used to looking at myself through any kind of lenses other than you are a bad artist, you are a bad person, you are lazy, you suck. I was not used to looking at myself as anything but that. And I think my issue is that the book was increasingly telling me that I was not this problem person that I thought I was, but my brain wanted to still believe that like, no, I'm this problem person. It works for all of these other people, but it just doesn't work for me because obviously I suck. Do I think the book works? Absolutely, I do. I'm not knocking Julia Cameron. I'm not knocking the book. I'm not knocking the program. I think it's a great program. And obviously there's millions of testimonials of people saying that it helped them. I believe that it helps, but I think that you have to be ready to deeply explore yourself and come to conclusions about yourself that you have maybe never came to before. You have to be comfortable losing yourself a bit to find yourself, if that makes sense. You definitely have to be ready to be open to change and accept that the way that you're doing things, the way that you're talking to yourself, the way that you're thinking about your creativity, your craft, whatever it may be, that may not be the healthiest way to do things, the healthiest way to think about things. I think I just got so caught up in my own mind, in my own ways of negative thought patterns, self-sabotaging behavior, that I ultimately pushed the book away and said like, You don't help. You have to want to help yourself in order for the book to help you. I wanted the book to be a magic pill that just changed my life in one fell swoop, and it was not that. What is that? The quote, be the change you want to see in the world. I had to be the change that I wanted to see in myself, and I was not mentally ready to be that change, and I didn't realize that when I first started the book. So if you want to start the book, keep that in mind. Go into it like a newborn baby, ready to explore for the first time. Try not to have your mental and emotional baggage weigh you down, because that's what mine did, and that's why I say I failed. The book did not fail me, I failed the book.
Hi, hello, me again, because you know if there's one thing I'm gonna do, it's pause a video and yap. I want to clarify and say that yes, I technically failed because I didn't finish the book, but at the same time, your girl did improve. Do I still struggle? You bet your sweet bottom I do, but the magic lies in me now having upgraded struggles. The book still played a very pivotal role in changing how I view my mind and how I think, so technically, I succeeded. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and give the mic back to Video Rizzy.
Right now, I'm solidly happy where I am in my creative process. I still got a lot of work to do, but let's be honest. But I'm pretty happy with what I'm doing. I would like to know if you've ever tried the artist way, or if you've even ever considered trying the artist way. Did it help you? Did it hurt you? I don't think it hurt you, but maybe it did. I don't know. Did it? Let me know. I'm currently on a journey for my art, for my creative process, for myself. I think I want to just do art and document my creative journey. So if you want to see more videos like this about creative struggles and the struggles of just being a human being on earth, not knowing what their life is, maybe subscribe and you can see more. That's all. Bye.